everybody to
the
Illinformed
Podcast
with
Nathan
and
Jake
and my fat cock.
Oh,
It's got a mind of its own and a mouth of its own. My cock mouth.
my mouth cock.
Imagine if cocks had teeth.
Have you not seen that film Teeth about the vagina with teeth?
No.
Oh my god, it's so dumb. It's like a Sharknado film, you know, the one of those terribly made ones.
Uh-huh.
It's so it's just this woman that's got that's it. She's got teeth on her.
She's got teeth on her vagina. Does she eat people's dicks?
Yes. That's the whole preference.
Sick.
Yeah.
Now that's a
action.
That's a porno. Full frontal? Do we see full frontal?
No,
do you see
what
the
it is
vagina?
like you
the
get
vagina
like,
teeth.
No, yeah, I think at one point you'd see it, but it's like obviously it's not an actual vagina.
Oh, boring.
Yeah, I know. But like you see like there's a scene near the end where she's learnt to control the teeth. And some dickhead is basically trying to take advantage of her, like mentally. She's not physically pinning her down. And she's smiling at like the camera, and she just goes, chomps his cock off, and he leans back and he's spouting fucking blood everywhere because all the blood rushes to it. So just covering the fucking room, Clara.
That would be mad. Like you'd want it to like sit on your face, and then the next minute you've got no face.
Imagine eating pussy and it kisses you back.
I don't want to imagine that, actually. I really don't. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's podcast. I thought it was really good. I think it was the best one yet. We are now on episode 6. They're all on Spotify now. They're all on Google Podcasts.
Yes.
Apple Podcasts and other podcasts apps.
This is how we got this chair.
I think it's on Amazon. No, it's on Amazon too. Amazon/Audible. So yeah, congratulations to us.
Yeah, well done. We are paying to put our podcast up.
No, well, yeah, we're paying only a 10 a month. Well, 20 a month. I need that money, by the way. 20 a month. Whenever you get paid. It's soon, I assume.
7th, the first Monday of every month, which is really annoying because this Monday was a bank holiday.
Yeah.
So I have to wait till the 7th.
But also,
and I thought
this Monday was 31st of August, not September, so it wouldn't be the first of the Monday.
That's what I'm saying. If it was a normal month, Monday would be the first. Because there's no bank holiday. But anyway,
if it's a normal month.
I thought I had.
Is there such thing as a normal month? Have you seen that? I think I showed you that video of that guy that like completely reinvents the calendar.
Yes, yeah, you.
And he makes it. He makes a 13 month, and all the months are 28 days, and all the days obviously line up. So you could be like, oh, the 7th is always a Monday.
Yes. Yeah.
And he has like still New Year's Eve, and then he has an interim day, and then he has New Year's Day. Because there's one day left over. Like 28 times 13 is something like 364.
Yeah.
And there's one day left over in the interim. And then he said every leap year that you'll have 2 days. How amazing would that be? Just 4 days of getting fucked up for New Year's.
That would be nice. I'd still probably have to work it, but
yeah.
We'll make it work.
I just feel like that's such a better way of doing it. Watch that video if you haven't. Just Google like 13 calendar months comedy sketch with Nathan Wheeler's interpretation at the end, and it should just come up.
That's on the YouTube channel, The Sheriff.
The Sheriff. I've actually been thinking of.
Is it The Sheriff or is it The Sheriff?
It is The Sheriff. So what I've been thinking of doing is completely revitalizing, not rebranding, revitalizing how I like do YouTube, right? Because obviously I've got some gaming videos on there, some really old ones, yes. and then the more recent ones are like kind of commentary style. But the problem is I feel like it'd be much better because I stream so much. It'd be much better to then like cut down the streams I do and upload those as like funny parts on that channel, and then maybe have a second channel where I do more commentary style stuff. That's a lot. But that is a lot of work. So maybe I'll just do the gaming stuff for now, and then
I think you should just chuck everything on the same channel. Do
you reckon?
Yeah, because it's not not to be offensive. You haven't got 1.2 million subs, have you?
Wow.
So it's like
someone hasn't been keeping up with my social blade.
I haven't. Have you got 1.2 million subs? Oh shit.
1.1 million.
Because I feel like if you're
okay,
whatever, dude. If you just whack it like anything and everything you want to do, and you've got more of an audience, and then whatever gets the most attraction, whatever gets the most views, you can start kind of sieving into that genre. Because if you get loads of views on commentary videos and like barely any on gaming, then you just make gaming like once a week thing or once every 2 weeks thing until it just becomes I'm just going to make a second channel, guys. If you want to see it, go over there.
For sure. Maybe I would do that.
That's what everyone else does, really, don't they?
Yeah, they obviously, they only make a second channel. I mean, the majority of YouTubers now have a second channel simply because their first channel just like demonetized, like hard demonetized.
Yeah, like David Dobrik's first channel, who hasn't posted on fucking ages because of COVID, is like always demonetized, always copyrighted because he uses like really popular songs at the end of it. Like, and he knows he's been doing it since the start.
But they're only being picked up now.
No. Like at the beginning, obviously, where before the whole fucking demonetization thing happened, he was making serious money. But like now that they're all copyrighted and demonetized, he's keeping to the same standards and video style. But every single second channel video has a sponsor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's basically just gone, this is the stuff I'm going to try and make monetizable. If not, I'm going to get a sponsor.
Yeah, well, Jack Mate's done the same. He's now got a second channel where
Will he does it.
Will he?
You see his video where he explained it briefly and he said he quickly scrolled through all the main channel videos. Yeah. And he was like, demonetized. And in the last 3 months, there's like 4 that are monetized or like the last 10 videos.
Which really sucks because obviously they've put so many years into growing their YouTube channel, all of the creators.
It's like TGF,
and it kind of sucks because it's obviously big corporations basically muting them on their creativity and what they want to do.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that, isn't it? But, I mean,
oh well,
it's like that on TV. It's now just funneled its way through because YouTube's getting big enough, and obviously
TV will be over soon, bro. It's all gonna be streaming sites. The news will be recorded right at like 1 p.m, and then they'll just upload it for that day on the streaming site.
Yeah, I do get everything I get from YouTube.
Imagine if COVID was then. We just instead of anyone watching like fucking series on Netflix, you just watch like 7,000 episodes of the news. I'm gonna binge the news.
I series linked news at 7.
I'm binging the news.
News binge.
BBC News binge. Next is ITV.
BBC News Omnibus.
Is an omnibus something that they have in America?
No, an omnibus is.
I know what an omnibus
what
is. Explain it. It's like so like Hollyoaks, which is a show in Channel 4.
That's how I was going to explain.
They record. They have 5 episodes throughout the year, and you're right.
Yeah, I'm just getting loads of crackling.
Yeah, it's because it's on the bed and the bed's moving.
It's not this.
It's not you.
Oh, lovely.
Well, they can't hear it. It's fine, guys. Audio technical issues are end. Yeah, stop complaining. We try our best. Yeah, so they do like 5 episodes throughout the week, I guess, and then on the weekend they do an omnibus, which is just all the episodes that aired. They'll be over soon too. They probably are over. Are they still going around?
Well, EastEnders and that.
Well, yeah, I know EastEnders. I meant omnibuses.
I don't know because they've got on demand now, haven't they? So,
yeah, exactly.
Well, it's been fucking donkey's years. Since
no one looks through a magazine to be like, oh crap, when's the omnibus on? I've missed all this week of.
Do you remember when TV Guides used to be a thing? Like the actual physical.
Still are.
No, they obviously they still sell them, but like
when they were popular.
Only my gran has them. That's it. Just my gran.
My nan too. My nan has.
So what's on? She used to say to me like, "What's on TV at 7 on like ITV?" And I'd flick through the pages and go ITV 7 o'clock. Those are the days, man.
Yeah.
Not really, but
no.
Yeah.
I still look at them for Christmas because what sucks at Christmas time is that
I have to see my family.
You have to that definitely for sure.
God, oh damn.
What sucks at Christmas time is that there's really good films and like TV specials on, but they're not all on one channel. They're not all on like BBC. There's some really good ones on like Film 4, and then you have to like switch over to BBC, and then you have to switch over to like ITV. Yes, so what I do is like the Christmas Eve, I look on the TV guide, and I'm like, right, this is when we're going to watch it. I like map out the day. I'm like, guys, this is when we're going to be at the TV watching Home Alone 3. This is
Home Alone. You never get away with it.
Home Alone 2 is so good, bro. Home Alone 2 is so good. So much better than number 1.
I'll be honest, I can't remember the difference.
Number 2 is the one in New York.
Number 2 is the one after number 1.
Yeah. And Donald Trump's in it.
Oh, he's in it for a second.
He's like, don't turn those lights off.
No, get those lights off.
Get those lights off. Oh my God, we haven't done that for this podcast. Get those. Build a wall around my balls.
Build a wall around my balls.
Shout out to the old podcast crew.
If anyone watched those, thank you.
They're actually still on Spotify. And
they're still on your channel, aren't they?
Yeah.
Unless you deleted them.
I think they are still on my channel. I might unlist them. Won't delete them.
Yeah, they're not exactly. They're nothing to miss.
So Podbean, right, where we upload the podcasts.
Yes.
I before when we were doing it, I did a yearly subscription of, I think it was like 60 quid for the year, which is really good price. Wow. Podbean, thanks for sponsoring this episode of.
Use discount code FATRACE.
But now now it's expired, and I obviously didn't pay it again. They do have a free version, but it's like not very good. They obviously like limit how much you can upload. But because that account is expired, when I try and go back on it, it's like, please pay the 60 quid and then have access to your account. And I'm like, well, all I want to do is go on and delete the podcast because I don't want it on Spotify anymore. Because now when you Google, when you search on Spotify, the Illinformed Podcast, there's 2 that come up, and this one isn't even numbered the first one.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Have you not seen the budgets we've got now?
We've got a new chair. Jay's got a new chair, everybody.
We've got new chairs. We've got mics. We've got a ring light. You know what I'm saying?
We had the mics before, but yeah, we got a ring light. Yeah. You're sitting back a bit. You're getting.
It's because the chair's fat.
You're in the dark.
Chair's fat.
You're fat. Sorry, Jake.
With a PH, another reference to the earlier podcasts.
I think it'd be really funny in a year's time to go back to like the first ever podcast.
What, and do a video
and be like, "Can you remember what you said? This is what you said. Do you still stand by it?"
I would remember it. I remember everything I fucking said.
I can't remember the first episode of this series of podcasts, to be honest.
Yeah, the first one. The first one's when I forgot we were on camera and I started talking about Mia as if.
For like for like 25 minutes. Yeah. So the main topic of today's podcast.
It's a good one.
It's a good
one.
And it was briefly discussed last week.
It's been mentioned in like 3 or 4 podcasts.
Yeah. It is
the
E
night.
The E night. The night that Jake and I took ecstasy for the first and last time.
It was my second time.
For the first for me and second time for Jake and last time for us both.
No. Because we did it the night before as well, didn't we? When I showed up really drunk.
Okay. So I snorted half a pill, which it felt like
why you snorted
glass.
If I'm honest.
It felt like glass shards going up my nose. Kaylee told me to. Kaylee said it would like hit me less if I did, and to be honest, I didn't feel anything. So
maybe she didn't want you.
All I did was have a hurt nose.
I showed up. You were on Discord with Kaylee. I showed up drunk as fuck and just went, "Look, I've got these. Do it.
And then you were like, I'm gonna do 4. I'm gonna do 3.
Yeah, but that's me, innit?
No,
that's me.
So the E night, that was the night following.
Yeah, the Friday night is when we first did it. Well, sort of. The Friday night was good for me. I felt it, but I ate it. I ate half of mine, and I was dancing the whole way home.
The night before.
Yeah, the Friday night, I was walking home from your house. And I was like, had my headphones in, and I was just like dancing, like full on dancing. Do you remember? Because I'll tell you about the guy that was crossing the road with me. Not crossing the road. He was on the other side. He was on the.
He's holding your hand.
Yeah. I was on one path and he was on the other, and we were walking opposite directions. And I was dancing, and I looked at him, and I caught a glance of him, and he did the same with me, and he was dancing to whatever he was listening to, and we both kind of just pointed at each other and went, "Hey," and said nothing else. Just carried on walking. That restored my faith in humanity.
Did it?
That moment right there.
Did it?
2 strangers just
vibing.
Just having a good time.
So, God, how do we... I don't even know where the night began.
It probably starts with me, because I did a lot of planning for that Saturday night. I'm not going to blame it on this, but I wasn't necessarily in the best headspace at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a 52 weeks, which I completed, by the way. So every weekend of the year I went out and got sloshed. I got fucking cunted. And it was most Fridays during the summer as well. So it was probably like fucking almost 100. Probably, I'd imagine.
Yeah, probably. And then you went to Reading too, and that. So,
oh my god, Reading was a mess. So the night before, on the Friday night, I was at Sophie's, wasn't I? My friends, a little house gathering, and I bumped into someone that we used to know from school, and he was like, "Oh, I've got this and that," and I was like, "How much?" And he goes, £5 a pill, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, go on then." Like, I've never done it before.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to do it there. I was going to either bring it out Saturday night and just sit here and do it. But my plan was to just have it so that I could do it if I wanted to.
Okay.
And then I started talking to you. I was like, I'm coming. Tom's going to drop me off. And he dropped me off. Got up here. And I was like, no, I've got to do it now. I've come all the way out here. And I'm drunk as fuck. We've got to do it now. So the next day, the plan was, I came here for prees.
No, now I'm remembering. It was, and then we came here for
Kieran
prees.
and Ben. Oh, no.
No, that was another night. It was Amber and Louis.
It was Amber and Louis then showed up.
We met Kieran in town.
Because I had done the little like £8 bottle of Captain Morgan Spice.
Yeah.
And I was fucked up. And then Tom dropped some off to me. And I don't think I told anyone. I just came upstairs and went, does anyone want to do ecstasy tonight? Does anyone want a pill? Because I've got 6 or like 5, I think I had.
Mm-hmm.
And you all said no. And I messaged Kieran earlier on in the day and was like, do you want one? And he was like, no, I'm good. Like immediately no, just like didn't even ask. And I was like, all right, no worries. I was like, whatever. I thought he might have said yes, but he didn't do it. That's the night I threw up outside Louis' car as well when he was driving.
Oh yeah, so Louis drove from
Louis is a radical driver, but
I don't think he was going that bad.
I openly said to him in the car, I said, if you keep driving this fast, I'm gonna vomit.
And then he leant out the passenger side window and like vomited down the side of his car. And then Louis pulled over, and then Jake like pulled leaves off of like a fucking
the tree
bush
nearby,
and just like rubbed the car down with the leaves.
Well, what else am I gonna do? Just leave it there.
Yeah, man.
At least I cleaned it up.
Man. If he went fast enough, it would have gone.
Got back in the car, and I think we went to Spoons for a bit.
We must have gone to Spoons. Yeah, I think he parked at Amber's.
Yes, we went to
house.
Yeah, because we went to Spoons because we were on the big round table at the end. It was like 12 people on.
Yep.
And my plan was I didn't have a lot of money, so I just did that bottle of rum, and I was like, maybe 2 people will buy me a drink in Vineyard, the pub after Spoons, and I'll be fine. Like I won't need to drink anymore because I'm already drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got there and Kieran and Louis just didn't care and was like, nope, I'm going to keep buying you drinks. And the turntable for it was on the 2-person table was my ex and our friend Imogen.
Right, yeah.
And I saw her and everyone was walking because she was next to the toilet door.
Oh my God, I remember this so well. Yeah. I passed her. She was waiting to get served at the bar and I passed her and I went, cunt.
Yes, everyone did. All the boys did. There was like 13, 14 of us. And she was sat next to the door to the stairs you had to take to get to the toilet. And every time any of them walked past, they'd go, slut. And if there was 4 of them walking by, it would go, slut, 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 slut. And I was like, these are my boys. And then when I come down from the toilet, I went, hello, how you doing? Because I'm like really drunk and like, that's my ex.
Yeah.
And
I remember being quite like annoyed that you were talking to her because we were all just like, "What are you doing?" Man?
Everyone was, yeah. But it is what it is now. I can look back on it.
Yeah, you can.
It was really funny.
Yeah,
and it gets even funnier. But I basically stood with her for the rest of my time in Spoons, and was basically mouthing off with her, not arguing, being physical with her. Not fucking, kissing.
Just fucking her on the bar.
And
I'll have a double JD and Coke. Sex noises.
We've got a soundboard now. Budgets have gone up.
Yeah.
We all just kind of huddled around that little table, and I don't remember loads of it around that table. But we then moved to Vineyard, and rather than, when you're doing something a little bit naughty, a little bit illegal, people tend to go to the fucking toilet and do it out of the way. I was so drunk that I was like, nah, it's fine. Fuck all that. Went into Vineyard, which is like a bar / nightclub. Like there's a little dance floor area that like kind of opens up past 9 o'clock, I think it is, or something like that. We had walked to the bar, and I'm 6'2", I'm not small. So I'm one of the tallest guys in there. And I'm just like, it's fine, don't worry. I'm stood at the bar, like facing the bar. I get the drinks and I turn around so my back's at the bar. I haven't taken any steps. And I just go, yeah, one for you, one for you, one for you, one for you, one for me. And we just knock them at the bar.
Yeah.
So we've all done one and I've got one left. And I'm like, yeah, cool. And the walk from the bar to the table next to where we were dancing.
Did you put yours in your drink or did you just do it straight up?
I put it in my mouth and then...
Swallowed it?
No, and then had a sip in my drink.
Right, because I remember I put mine on my tongue and just let it dissolve.
Oh, I swallowed mine whole. But the walk from the bar to the table must have been 12 steps.
Yeah.
Not far at all. And I put because we were in there and we were still waiting for my ex and Imogen to show up because they were outside talking to someone or something. So we went, we'll just go to the dance floor and they'll come in at some point. Mm-hmm. And I put my drink down on the table after having a sip. I turn round and they're both there and I go, oh, quality, give them both a hug. And I turn back round and I don't remember any more of it.
That's it?
That's it. And until I'm in my bed later on in the story when I wake up in my bed.
Okay, so I'll take over.
Because you need to take the reins, Zeus. You need to refresh my memory.
Yeah, I'll take over. So yeah, he passed it out at the bar. I do seem to recall the bar meeting. I think I remember trying to be official about this.
Hear thee.
I'm trying to be official, okay? I do remember the bar meeting. You did yours. I think Amber did hers straight away, and I think me and Louis kept onto it. I think I remember waiting
to see what we did.
Not even that, but I remember just like, I don't want to do it like right here, right now. And I remember we were then like huddled around in a circle on the actual dance floor, giving it a good old boogie.
Yeah.
And that's when Louis and I dropped ours. He was just like, just put it on your tongue and let's do it. I mean, yeah, it does get very fuzzy very quickly.
Yeah. Mine's just black. I don't remember any of it.
I remember
at some point in the night I took another one because in the morning when I was reading my text there was a text to you or Kieran saying, dude, I've taken 2. I took the other one. So I'd had 2 pills in the space of an hour and a half.
Which you shouldn't do.
Never.
I think the thing with ecstasy is it
because you did some research
boosts, afterwards.
Yeah,
I did mad research. It boosts your happiness endorphins. Yeah, your happiness endorphins.
It makes you
to the max, right?
Yeah.
But what, and it does, obviously it goes down, it peaks and then it slowly goes down. But you cannot take another one for it to then peak again. It doesn't work like that.
No,
it will just keep going down.
Yeah.
And so taking it will probably make you feel more shit than like doing one and then being chill. Not only that, but we were also very drunk.
Oh, I was so stupid drunk. I was drunk to the point where I didn't need any more to drink.
And it's one of those things that you really shouldn't do when you're drunk because alcohol is a depressant, right? Or most alcohol is. I don't know. I think most alcohol is a depressant, and then that's obviously like a I don't even know what's called a boost.
Yeah,
a boost bar. That's a boost bar.
That's a boost bar.
A boost bar
Boost
of
bars
ecstasy.
are amazing.
And it obviously it doesn't work well. It just doesn't work well. So yeah, I remember taking it basically blacking out. But I do have faint bits here and there.
Because you keep talking about a toilet story.
I was about to get to that. Me, you, and Kieran went up to the toilet to obviously
have a wee.
Mum, we went to have a wee.
We did a schoolboy piss. Trousers around her ankles.
But I remember going in and as soon as you kind of turn into the guys' toilets, there's a cubicle in front. There's 2 cubicles, and the one directly in front of the door had the door open, had both seats up, so like the lid and the seat, and it was just shit smothered up the fucking seat lid and the fucking the bowl all around. And I was like, Kieran, this is just like the most craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
That's right up Kieran. I'm upset I don't remember that because that's right up Kieran's alley.
He loved it.
Yeah, Kieran loves stupid shit.
It was so funny.
Whenever he goes to a public toilet, like before COVID, when we used to go out, we used to have a piss in the cubicle, and we'd purposely piss under the cubicle into each other's cubicle. So we'd be aiming at each other's feet and then like pissing up the wall and the back of the toilet. Like, none of the piss went in the toilet.
That's so weird, bro.
It's something he introduced me to because him and his mates at school used to fucking do it.
That's so
And I was like, it is actually really funny. When you're in the moment and there's piss hitting like in the floor in front of you and you're doing it back, it's actually really quite funny.
I don't think I'd find it funny. Yeah, I think I remember going out and in, going for cigarettes and stuff. And the smoking area. The smoking area wasn't an area. It was basically you just stand outside the vineyard. Yeah.
The front door to
and then
the left.
you get a stamp. You go back in.
If you were queuing to get up, you stood on the right. If you were smoking, you stand on the left.
So I remember going back in and out. And I remember I didn't tell Kaylee, and so Kaylee found out because I think I told. It was very obvious. I had a substance that was not just alcohol. So she found out.
I can't imagine what I was like.
She wasn't very impressed with me because simply because I didn't tell her. It wasn't because like, oh my god, you've done a drug. It was just because I didn't tell her.
It's not really safe, is it? To just kind of keep
definitely not. And because obviously I'm walking home by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
No one lives in my direction.
We didn't know how it was going to go. And it didn't go very well.
I can't even remember Amber and Louis leaving.
Neither can I. Louis tells me.
But obviously
Louis tells me that Louis reckons he got a dud.
Yeah, because he did one, but he didn't feel it. Which you can get duds of. It happens.
They weren't very expensive, were they? It's not like I'm sitting here going, mate, I've paid fucking 35 quid for.
That's the thing with the ecstasy pills. They've all got different amounts of MDMA in. So you don't know. You never know. Yeah.
He tells me that he had to take Amber home because Amber was like not panicking, but a bit like, I want to go home. I don't like it here.
Yeah.
And he was like saying goodbye to everyone, and I think you had left before him.
I'd left before him?
From what I remember him telling me, you had left before him. And then he says to me that he was trying to find me to say goodbye, and it was just me on the dance floor by myself. Like, there was obviously other people there, strangers, but from our group, it was just me. And he was come up to me and he was like, we're going, lads. And I was like, all right, bye. But like, I didn't shake his hand or look at him. I was too busy dancing. I was like fucking really going for it, apparently, like fucking bumping into people.
What I don't understand then is because, God, we are getting like so many different like nuggets of information from so many different sources. Yeah, like a puzzle. Of course, a puzzle, a pizza, a piece of shit.
A puzzle of a pizza.
A puzzle of a pizza that has pieces of shit on.
Yes, exactly.
I don't understand how I left before him then if your mother and stepfather...
Because you didn't go home.
Let me finish. Your mother and stepfather saw me running outside a vineyard in the road.
Yeah, that's
and
funny.
they came to pick you up because you were passed out in a parking lot.
That's a story we'll get to.
Which means that there was no way.
Took you 2 hours to get home.
It took me 2 hours to get home, but I did not stay in that vicinity of vineyard until you passed out in the thing.
Yeah, someone would have know that.
Someone would have seen me. I just know, bro.
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
You're talking to me. I don't know. I'm just going off what I remember. If you talk to Louis after we've recorded this podcast, he might say something different.
Yeah. So let's go from like me leaving. I definitely left before you, but I'm fairly convinced I left after Louis.
No idea. Can't remember.
So I apparently. I don't remember this, but I left. I think I was very upset because obviously Kaylee and I had fallen out. So I like left. And apparently I was running in the road, and that's when...
Like full sprint.
Yeah, like full sprint. Not like a jog, not just like a random fucking arm flout, like a full-on sprint. Jake's mother and stepfather saw me because they had come to pick Jake up. And Jake, tell us why that was.
Right. When you really deep this, I was half an hour away from having ambulances, police, like outside a vineyard. I don't know what happened. In the morning, I had to call my ex and say, well, what the fuck happened? Because I called you, I called Amber, and neither of you could tell me what happened to me. And I was like, well, she's the only one left. So I called her and I went, what the fuck happened? And she was like, well, we were in Vineyard and you kind of dragged me over to one side and said, come on, let's go outside and enjoy each other's company. Like, because obviously I'm an emotional wreck and I'm wankered. And we walk literally outside of Vineyard to that car park where they sell the Christmas trees. So it's probably like
it's a minute walk,
30-second walk max. So I didn't get very far. But apparently I got there and I said to her, because I say this loads and I'm pissed, I go, hang on, slow down. I need to take a breather. I think I'm going to vomit. Because I'd much rather just vomit rather than going like gambling with it and going, I might vomit on myself. I'd much rather force it out. And I sit down on the pavement. And then that's where it all just, apparently she was sitting next to me or stood next to me. And I just not hit the floor hard, but like I laid down and I was laying on the floor with the back of my head on the floor. And I was like looking left and right really hard, like rolling my head on the floor. So she got on her knees and like lifted her head onto my thighs, and I was like, not non-responsive, but she was calling my name and I wasn't saying her name back. I was just going,
yes.
So she panicked. Her older sister is like 26. She's a nurse. So she just went, fuck, I'm just going to call my sister. She showed up, did the same thing apparently, didn't do anything different to what she was doing, just went, Jake, tried to get me like to respond and couldn't respond.
And then you fucked her sister. Nice.
Nice. No, I didn't.
Damn.
She then got my phone out my pocket because she remembered my passcode, and I had like 3% battery left. So she called my mum and just went, I don't know what to do. I don't know I'm scared. Can you come pick him up? And mum was just like, yeah, I'm coming right now. I'm going to be 30 seconds. She got into the car park. And apparently Craig had been drinking. My stepdad Craig had been drinking, but he like instantly like snapped into it. Like, we need to go and get Jake.
Yeah. And
apparently I was non-responsive to everyone, but I was still making those noises. And then mum went, come on, Jake, you need to get in the car. And I just went, oh, okay. And mum's voice triggered something in my head, and I got up and got to the car. Like I think, yeah, I needed help, but I got to the car and I helped other people help me.
I think hearing that like makes you just be like, fuck, okay.
And apparently they sat me down in the back seat of the car in the middle, and they picked up Kieran and Lewis, who was out that night. Kieran's my mum's brother, who's in the band. He had one of my arms and Lewis had the other arm, so that I didn't like rock my head, because the whole time I was still doing this like left and right look thing.
Head rocking
and gurning hard.
Oh yeah, man,
to the point where then Craig had to fireman carry me up the stairs, because there's stairs to my front door and then stairs to my bedroom. So he did 2 flights of stairs, just whacked me on the bed and laid me on the bed. And apparently I was just flopping around, head butting the wall, like couldn't stop. And then I snapped back in and realised where I am. So I've put my drink down on the table on the dance floor, and I've turned round, given the girls a hug, turned back round, and I'm looking up at Kieran and mum in my bed.
That's mad.
And I'm visibly panicking to the point where Kieran and mum are going, what's going on? You've been here for fucking hours. And I'm like, where the fuck am I? And I'm like slowly coming back to it. And then I fall asleep again. And then I wake up on my own. And I'm like, what the fuck? Get my phone. And that's when I start calling people. And I was on the phone to Amber for like an hour. I was on the phone to you for like 30 minutes, I think. Then I got on the phone to my ex, and I was on the phone to her for like fucking an hour, explaining all this to me. And then I woke up in the morning and I had to have that conversation with mum, where mum went, so what did you take last night? I was like, well, I can't hide it, can I? I just had lots of alcohol, mum. I was just really drunk. I just kind of, the way I see it is if I can get away with it, I'm not going to say anything. But if it's quite obvious, I'm just going to go, yep, I did that. Like when I photocopied your homework at sixth form, I was like, if he doesn't ask me about it, I'm just going to walk the fuck out. But he got me before I walked out, and he went, have you photocopied Nathan's homework? I went, yes. But I didn't hold it, didn't hide it at all.
Yes,
cool.
Yes, I did.
And mum went, what did you take last night? And I just went, ecstasy. She went, how much? And I was like, I thought I had a pill, but from my text, I've had 2. And she started going, well, be careful, because you're going to have a serious calm down. Don't chuck yourself off a bridge. It's going to be all right. She was worried that I was going to have a huge calm down. And then she was like, all on the verge of tears, saying like, I don't want you to be one of those kids that ends up like in a canal somewhere because you've overdosed. And then I was like, hurry up. Like,
yeah,
I'm not
I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, yeah, I know. Like,
she's worried.
You don't want me to die. Sick. Thanks, mum.
That's why I don't get angry with her, because I'm like, I completely understand why you wouldn't want me to die, because I am sick. I am really cool.
That's what I mean. It's
so
like,
I sit there and
wait, mum, you don't want me to die?
I sit there and I'm like, yeah, cool. And I'm like taking my lecture, because I'm like, I deserve it. I've been an ass. Cool. And then I went and saw Kieran after work, because Kieran saw me the state I was in. And I literally walked into Kieran's room. Kieran looks at me and he just bursts out laughing, and I burst out laughing too. And I'm like, and I go, dude, you know how funny this is? And he goes, it's funny now because you're here. But this morning, I genuinely thought you were going to lose feeling in your legs. Like, I thought something really bad was going to happen. Like, you were going to be paralyzed or something. Because I was a fucking state, like really bad, apparently. He was like,
how dumb is that?
No, but he just like, fuck knows, you could have hit your head a little bit too hard. You could be fucking really down in the dumps. He goes, but you just walked in and now that I know you're right, it's really fucking funny. It's really funny that you passed out in front of your ex and she had to call your mum, who hates her, to come pick you up, and they had to be civil because you were dying.
Yeah.
I was like, that is, in the grand scheme of things, that is really quite funny.
Really funny. So for me, yeah, I obviously left, sprinting in the street. So my casual walk home from town is normally about 30 minutes long.
With a kebab.
With a kebab. This time, no kebab.
Fuming.
So mad. No kebab. 2 hours it took me to get home. So I think I left at 1. I think I left at 1 and got home at 3 or something like that. 12 to 2, something like that. And again, you know, it's this complete blackout of like what actually happened. I sent a few Snapchats to Kaylee of me talking to trees, hugging trees and talking to trees and that. Just like, hello, Mr. Tree, how are you? But yeah, like apart from that, I obviously got home. Mum didn't know. I have actually told my sister since. My sister's
people tend to, when we tell people about it, they tend to go, "Oh, how was it?" They don't go, "Oh, really?" They go, "How was it?"
Yeah, and that's the thing about my sister said. She went, "Oh, how was it?" Because even though she went to Oxford or whatever, she's 8 years older than me. She's already experienced a lot more than me, and she's basically had like every drug under the book.
She's got the t-shirts, mate.
So she was like to me, "Oh, that would." She tried to fucking asked me to do it again. She was like, you should come round, like, we should just...
I want to do it again.
She was like, you should come round to London. Because apparently what she does with her friends is they go to like just a beats club where it's just like constant beats.
Yes.
They take it, they don't drink any alcohol or anything. They take it and they just like fucking jive to the beats.
Kieran did it at a rave with Jed.
Mm-hmm.
Jed is a rave head, and he's not a druggie or an alcoholic, but like when he goes to raves, he's experienced in it, so he knows how to do it without dying, basically. So he walked Kieran through it, and he came back from this 11-hour rave, and the next day spoke to me and went, "Yeah, it was one of the best feelings." And I was like, "See, that's what I could have had, but I was a massive prick and just did 2. I could have done like half, and because Kieran was doing like quarters.
Yeah, that's what you do because you don't know how strong it is. If you take a quarter and you're like,
yeah,
okay, I feel a little buzz, maybe another quarter, and then maybe you'll be set. You're like sick because you don't need to take anymore. My thoughts on it is I would do it again, but I mean, unless it's like properly thought out.
Yes,
I would do it again.
I want to do it again, but I'm only going to do it again next time at like a house party where I know I don't have work next day. There's more than just me and you staying. Like there's 3 or 4 people staying. And like not all of us.
Even if it was
it.
just a house, like just a house gathering where we just sit, put tunes on.
And then if that worked out for me and I had a really good time, I'm not gonna lie, I would end up worming it into nights out. But like I haven't been on a night out since lockdown.
Yeah, since
lockdown began. I don't even go out on a Friday and Saturday because I just can't be bothered.
I think for me, I just trust like grown stuff more. So I trust weed and I trust shrooms, and that's probably like my limit, to be honest. Now, anyway, now I've had more experience with it. I'm like with not just with E, but with other drugs and that. I'm just more. I'm more happy and calm when it's something that's natural. Because fuck knows what they put in MDMA. Fuck knows what they put in cocaine. Like it's quite spooky. It's quite spooky to think about. They could be poisoning us.
It's what it is.
Lead, just fucking pure lead.
That's the E night.
That is the E night.
That's the E night. That's the one we keep referencing, and Nathan kept saying, "Oh, do we want to talk about it?"
Well, Mum doesn't watch the podcast, so fuck it.
Even if Mum watched the podcast, like I've got nothing to hide anymore.
I do.
Like I say, like the whole smoking thing, I'm not. If she goes, "Are you smoking?" I'm gonna go, yes, but I'm not gonna go home one day and go, "I smoke."
Yeah,
I'm just gonna wait for her to ask me.
You're gonna wait for her to watch the first episode of the podcast, the first like 5 fucking minutes where you admit it.
Yeah. I don't care.
All right.
If you got any busting topics you want to talk about, because I got one that leads quite nicely on from this.
Yeah, I got one. You go with yours. Ones that leads quite nicely.
Talking about alcohol like and drugs really and like partying. I was thinking about this the other day at work. Do you regret not going to uni?
No.
I suppose you haven't really had a chance to. Have you visited a uni? and like stayed over and like.
I visited Ashley's uni, but that was obviously a while ago.
Because we've been
recently. I've partied with uni people.
Yeah. It's not so much the uni people. It's when I went to Norwich. I've been to Norwich a couple of times now because one of my friends goes to uni out there. So 5 of us go up there. We get an Airbnb, and we just spend Friday and Saturday night there and go home on the Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And going to his uni flat that he had, he's now got a house that we're going to go and see later on this year. I think in October we're planning to go up there, which is a bit strange because we don't know whether like we're not going to be able to go to nightclubs, but because he's got a uni house rather than a flat, we're going to have like a house party, and then the Saturday is going to be like a pub crawl because you can go to pubs. So we need to scout the area, plan a route out, and all that bollocks. But he lived in a pigsty. His flat was literally not as big as your room, and your room's not very big.
How dare you?
And it was a single bed, and the toilet had the shower in it at the end of the room. But
toilet had the shower in it.
Yeah, and the floor was like concaved, so that like the shower was like
it was in the toilet.
A hospital shower where like the curtain rail goes round in a square and it's just part of the floor. There's not like a little hinge.
Oh, right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was looking around it going, this is a bit of me, this.
Are you joking?
And then you go out of the room, you go downstairs and you have the kitchen area and the communal area that you share. And then as you're walking by all these communal kitchen areas that like, they've got the big windows that you can see in it. Some people have got projectors. Some people have decorated it. Some people do live in shitholes. And it's like, this is a bit of me, this. Because I would get to know the people on my row of like flats.
Yeah, that's what you do.
And I would just like go in and out and be like, oh, boys, anyone coming to the uni club tonight? That's a bit of me. Just constantly being social, constantly being part of a club. The only thing I didn't like about it was constantly being in debt. I didn't like the idea of coming out of a 4-year education that I didn't want to put the effort into anyway, and then having like a fucking 40 grand debt.
I think I think the thing is, I never ever thought that uni was going to be, it's going to be shit. It's going to be so boring. Because obviously, you hear all these uni stories, and that is where probably a lot of, as the majority of my sister's current friends are uni friends, like their friendships blossomed in uni because you meet a whole new set of people. Genuinely,
that's what I love.
Secondary school matters fucking zilch. Sixth form matters zilch because you all then just split up and go across the country. It doesn't matter because you all live in the same area here. Yeah. When you go to uni, you can basically go wherever the fuck you want. Mm. So that's where I never thought that uni was going to be shit for nightlife. I knew that. My main concern was obviously my brother had died that last year of sixth form. I had done quite, I wouldn't say bad, but I had not done the best that I could have because of the situation. And due to the lack of help from the teachers that I received, I was not in a good frame of mind to go, education is the one for me. I just kind of just gave up. I just went, I'm never going back to education.
I don't know if you noticed when I was in the second year of sixth form, I just didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, I was there to see my friends. I didn't want to go to classes. I wasn't a cock and just skip classes and bunk. Like, I still went to classes and got it done because I had to, but I didn't want to be there. I didn't do any of the fucking coursework and I didn't want to. And as soon as I did the coursework, it was literally the minimum I could do.
Yeah.
What is it? 5,000 words. I'll do 5,001. Like, I literally, if I did 5,200, I'd cut 200 words out and go, I'm just chatting shit there. Like, get rid of that. I did not want to be there. And at the end of sixth form, I could not think of anything worse than going back into education, paying for it this time, and it being off my own back.
Yeah.
I've got to put the effort in when I really don't want to.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go into work. And I've enjoyed it because I've been making money. Like, I constantly speak to my friends that are at uni and they're like, don't know if I can afford that.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I cannot even obviously I know that like Amber, that she has a part-time job. That's great.
Yeah,
she goes to uni and that.
She goes Canterbury, doesn't she?
But my I for some reason my default when I look at someone our age now is to go, oh, they've got a full-time job. But the chances are they probably don't.
I don't. Because I'm friends with I'm quite close with Kieran and the boys now.
Mhm.
They're 2 years younger than me.
Mhm.
So whenever I meet anyone that they know, I always go, so what are you doing? You at uni or are you working? If I meet anyone our age, I go, so what do you do?
Mhm.
I go, what's your job? But
Yeah.
if I meet anyone down a couple of years below, I'm like, so what are you doing?
And that's not me like saying that I think going to uni is the wrong choice.
Oh no, it really depends on what you want. Like I know Nixon has gone to uni for the parties. We've openly spoke about it. He goes, yeah, that's why I chose business.
But holy fuck, like money's nice.
Yeah, money's quality.
Going straight out of sixth form to get in a full-time job where you earn more than like say $1,000 a month, it's life-changing. It's absolutely
life-changing. But it does suck as well. You have to go through that transition of realizing that you have to work all day every day.
Yeah.
That sucks.
For the next like 60 years of your life.
When uni students come down, they go, oh, I'm down Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What are you doing? I'm at work, mate. And then they go, oh, I go, what are you doing Friday night? I'm going back up to uni. Oh, do you want to come out and get pissed Thursday night? I can't, mate. I'm at work. I'm at work Friday morning. What? Like, I can't.
Yeah.
And it becomes a bit of a fucking one of you's an adult and one of you's not. One of those things.
But it will change. It will change as the years progress.
People now understand that now. I find our group of friends, like Mia, Molly, Shannon, Bethan, us four, even Kieran and Imogen. It used to be, I can't, I got work. And then it was, don't be a pussy. Just go to work hungover. Like, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just go work tired. Like, who cares? Mm-hmm. Now, even the people with part-time jobs that are at uni go, I can't, I got work tomorrow. Yeah. And we all go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
We've all now adapted to the fact that we've all got to work somehow.
I used to, when back in Costa days, my first, obviously, full-time job after sixth form, I used to go out on the nights before and get fucking sloshed. Stay at Aaron's because he worked he lived super close to work and then get a lift in with him. But I haven't done that in so long now. Obviously, I'm now a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday job, so it's a bit different. But still, like, I don't. Apart from Christmas party, I don't remember the last time I came in hungover. But Christmas parties
since I worked there, probably.
Yeah, probably since you were there.
Because I'm a little bit.
But then we never went on Sunday, really, did we?
No, but I'm still a little bit like that now, where it's like, I've got work tomorrow. It's all right. It's one day out of 365. Right?
The thing is,
I'm going to be non-productive for one day.
That's the thing. If someone like invited me out, say like Wednesday night, I wouldn't say no. I would say yes, but I wouldn't go as hard as I would. I'd still probably get drunk, but I wouldn't go as hard as I would on a weekend.
No, see, I would. I'm so easy to persuade once I've had 3 beers. I have 3 beers and they're like, should we get Jaeger bombs in? And I go, no. And then they get me one anyway and I go, all right, do it. And then I go, so shall we get Jaeger bombs in? And I end up getting in the fucking loop and I'm the one that's going, let's get blackout drunk. Let's do it. Let's take 7 ecstasy pills.
E-night 2, electric boogaloo. What do you have any weird fears? Weird scary things?
I really, really hate the ocean.
The ocean?
Yes.
Why?
And I really, really hate, I've already said this a million times over.
Yeah.
I really hate the
I've got it. I got it, don't worry. Keep speaking.
I really hate big things.
Oh yeah.
I really hate big things. Like, I don't like being stood next to a tall building. I don't mind being like walking through like, high streets with loads of buildings. But say if I'm in London and I'm stood next to a really tall skyscraper, I feel uncomfortable.
How weird is that we've kind of got the same fit? So my one is not that I'm scared of big things, but I'm not scared of heights either, right? Because I obviously went up to the Shard. I can look down. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm super scared. I can go on a big old roller coaster.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh my
I
God,
love roller coasters.
Look how scary that is down there. But being at the bottom of a skyscraper and looking at the right tippy top, it's like I get scared. And my legs go a bit, and I kind of shiver. I'm like, holy fuck, that's high. But when I'm up there, I'm like, sick. I'm really high up.
This is dope.
Yeah. Wow, I'm so high right now.
So looking up fucks you up, but looking down doesn't.
How weird is that?
And
that's been that for fucking years.
I think it's because when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of films when I was younger. Like I barely watch films now, but like I used to watch like extraterrestrial films and shit like that. So like there'd always be a scene where they're looking up at the sky and then bang, there's this fucking spaceship that covers Dover. Like that fucking 16-mile radius spaceship. And I used to lay on my trampoline when I was like 13 and like I'd be getting my breath back, like fuck, I'm out of breath. Need to stop smoking. And I'll be looking up to the sky and I'll be like, I just imagine if like one of those spaceships actually happened, and I'd go, I need to go inside. I couldn't be outside. I'd fuck myself up.
I feel like that's more of a fear of extraterrestrials.
No. Because I can't. If a plane came over really low, I saw the whole fucking thing go over, I'd shit my pants. I can't. Because if that thing hits me, I'm dead. Like there's no stopping it. If I'm swimming next to a killer whale and it wants to have a munch on me, I'm dead. I hate the idea of getting in the ocean, especially deep ocean, and you're floating on top. You know, we ever get rich enough to go on a yacht for like an hour,
that'd be sick.
And we're doing backflips off it, and then I land in the water. I'm gonna be like, that was cool, and I'm immediately gonna go, I can't see what's underneath me.
Jaws is on its way.
Yeah, exactly. I'm immediately gonna be like, get me the fuck out. I'm gonna panic. I'm gonna drown.
That is very strange.
I can't like Cyprus was a real push for me, and it's because I felt like I was missing out when we were on that beach.
Oh, well, the big wave beach.
Yeah, it's only because you and Louis bigged up so much. When I got there, I was like, yeah, it looks really fun. And I saw you all actually having fun. I was like, I've got to go. I've got to do
guys, I'm having so much fun over here on the shore.
And it actually turned out to be a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
But I can't go any further than like 5 meters out. I can't do it.
So painful, that beach.
I don't think I could even be on a yacht. Like, I don't think I could do it. Be on a boat. I don't think.
Wow, not even like a massive cruise ship.
No
way.
No.
You barely know you're in the sea when you're on a massive cruise ship.
Do you know how big the fucking blue whales are? Bigger than a fucking cruise ship, mate.
We should go on a cruise ship, like just a fucking bunch of us. Okay, a bunch of us minus Jake.
I've literally just said to you I probably wouldn't go on the boat, and you went, we should go on a boat. That's guys, what you just said to me.
Guys, there's a slot open for who wants to go on a cruise ship with me, my friends, Jake's girlfriend, down, and yeah, one of you lucky contestants.
Don't say who it is.
Subscribe to enter the giveaway.
If you don't say her name, Jake's girlfriend.
It starts with a G. She's cheated on him once. She's cheated on him twice. It's Georgia, the manslayer. I'm joking.
That's
it's
so
not.
funny.
It's not. I'm sorry, Mia. I'm sorry.
That's so funny.
How's Mia's topics coming along? By the way, I hope you don't mind, but when you can't make a Tuesday, I don't know when that will be, but when you can't make a Tuesday,
you want to get her on instead?
I'm going to get guest hosts on. The first one's DB. He's already started noting his topics down, and he showed me when.
No, I don't like that, because what if the viewers go, oh, we prefer DB, and then it becomes well awkward when I come back.
Then DB is.
We could just make it a 3-way.
We could,
but then people would go, "Why is Jake still here?"
No, they wouldn't. No, because it's the Illinformed Podcast is us. We are the original hosts, but I think a guest host every now and then would be pretty sick. If you're not here,
I haven't even asked her about her topics recently, because we've had shit planned. Like a couple of weeks ago, it was 10 questions about me and then chatting shit, and then it was 10 questions you but chatting shit, and today's ecstasy
night. Yeah,
and then we haven't got anything next week, so it might be that because I'm going to see her after this. So
I'm still going to have to try and figure out the mic arrangement.
If you figure out the mic arrangement and it's plausible,
it should be.
Then we could have Mia on next Tuesday.
Yeah.
If she's got topics and if she doesn't shit her pants and go, no, I don't want to do it, which is a thing she'd probably do.
Wow, Mia. I feel like this week's podcast is coming around really fast. I text you. It might have been because of the bank holiday, but I texted you and went, "Are you still coming around?" Because I completely forgot until then that it was happening.
I never forget. People ask me like, "It's me."
Jake, wow, your podcasts are so good. How do you ever forget? Please tell us.
No, it's either Kieran will go, "What are you doing tonight?" or Nixon will go, "Do you want to go to the pub?" because he knows I've got Wednesdays off. Or Mia will be like, "What days can I see you?" And I'll be like, "Can't do Tuesday, can't do Wednesday."
The thing is, if someone says like, "What are you doing this week?" I'll remember then. Oh, Tuesday is podcast day. But because it was just like we didn't talk from Saturday to today.
No, yeah, we literally.
And I've obviously just been gaming like crazy.
Oh yeah, we did speak Saturday.
We did speak Saturday. I just been gaming all weekend and streaming and stuff. So it just completely like left my mind that I just feel like it's coming around really fast. And obviously we upload it on the Sunday.
I think the thing is because we recorded the podcast on Tuesday, obviously.
Yeah.
Tuesday just gone a week ago.
Obviously, guys.
And then
fuck.
Wednesday was it was my last day at work. So that went flying for me, and I didn't have rehearsals, and I had Nixon's party.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nixon's party, on the Thursday, I helped clean up, and so I was basically occupied. Thursday night I saw Mia, so the whole of Thursday I was occupied. And then Friday I had nothing to do, so I just did like loads of cleaning and just like did loads of errands and stuff and did fuck all. And then Saturday I was at Mia's for the party, and then Sunday I was helping clean up afterwards, and I went home and then met her later on as well. And then it was Monday, and I fucking went to work Monday morning thinking I had work.
They didn't.
No.
Did you get all the way there?
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot.
It's like a 10-minute drive. It's 6 miles from my house.
I would still be pissed.
I wasn't pissed because it was a 10 o'clock start rather than a 8:30.
Yeah.
So because the agreement I thought I had with Jonathan was like, oh, I filled the annual leave form out incorrectly, and I filled it so that I was coming back on Monday when I was meant to be coming back on Tuesday. And he went, oh, but it says here you're like working on Monday, it's a bank holiday. And I said, what are the Monday hours? And he goes, 10 till 4 on a bank holiday. And I went, I'll do it. I don't care. It's just a Sunday realistically, isn't it? I'll do it. And then Louis will do it because Louis had 9 days off last week. So he, he's come back in and work and you can have it off. And he said, yeah, okay. And then he came back in the next day for his day off, like to buy some of his own cars. And he was like, yeah, I'll just cancel some plans and like, it'll be fine. And I thought he was talking about Sunday. Because he didn't know.
Oh, so we could have seen David.
Yes, we could have seen David.
Well, lucky for you, he's getting a new flat in a couple of weeks' time.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, like, his own place now.
Yeah.
So he said that once that's sorted and he's moved in and that, we can go there, have a little housewarming. So realistically, it's worked out probably a bit better.
Yeah, it was a bit of a squeeze anyway.
Like, it was a very busy weekend.
I had those Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I had 5 days off in the end, and I was doing the only day I wasn't doing something was Friday.
Yeah.
Sunday I had a little rest because I was a bit hungover, but other than that, I was doing something all the time. And then on the Monday, because I realised I had the day off, I called Kieran and I went, I've got the day off now. Get in touch with Ben. We're going to Ben's. We're having a fucking long ass rehearsals. We did 12 till 5 on Monday.
Wow.
And we just got everything done. There's two of our original songs we haven't touched yet, but we're doing them tomorrow. So we're like 5 weeks away from being able to do a gig, but we just need the equipment.
Spotify. I want shit on Spotify, bro.
No, we did the math because we were talking about it. Is it plausible? Do you want to get the PA system to gig first, or do you want to get all the equipment to record first? What's going to be plausible? And I said we might as well get the PA system out there because that way, if someone likes our songs enough, the only way they're going to be able to hear it is if they come to gigs, and then we're going to be locally known as the band that brings customers, and then people are going to want us on, and we can start making money from gigs and making money. We can start paying off the PA system and all this shit. And then if we wanted to record, we'd have to look into how we do it ourselves, what equipment we need, and then that equipment might not even be good enough, so it might not sound as good as we want it. So we'll end up just paying for a recording studio and renting like a producer to help us do our shit. And it's like, if we went for the PA system and bought everything for the PA system and gigged as soon as we could, it's like 1,250 quid. And then if we wanted to get all the stuff for recording just to see if it sounded okay, that's like 900 quid. So it's either we go full out and get a PA system, because even a second-hand PA system doesn't sound bad, but second-hand recording system could sound dog shit.
This
is why it's taken us so long to like
that sounds
play
so
live shit, because
that's so much money.
It's so much money.
Jinx, bitch.
We have to like. It really isn't just a next step. It's are we going to dive off this plank? Like, are we going to jump off this ship?
You just broke the jinx.
No shit. My bad.
Fuck! You got bad luck for life.
I've had bad luck my whole life anyway. Yeah. Other than when I met you.
You got Aww. This is the part of the podcast where Jake and I kiss. I know this is a bit early, but can we finish because I haven't had dinner and Katie's not had dinner.
I was about to say something. I've got to go.
Sick. Guys, thanks so much for watching.
Thank you for tuning in to the Ecstasy Story.
The Ecstasy Night. We will see you again next week. Take it easy. Peace. Bye.
Raise.